Yo, welcome to Spectator Sporting. I'm Zach Roach along with my partner, Mr. Adi Wallet. We got a big boxing show for y'all today. You know we talking boxing. We got my man Byron in the building, ready to school y'all on all this stuff going on with this fight. But before we get into that fight, make sure you go on Spectator Sport YouTube page, like, subscribe, comment, go to TikTok, keep leaving those comments. We appreciate all the love. And when you tell us when we're wrong, and if you're riding in your car, go ahead and turn on that Spotify. Check it out. In a big time championship fight, Ryan Garcia dominated Mario Barrios from the start to finish. Within 23 seconds of the fight, Garcia dropped Barrios with an overhead right, and that started the demolition right away. Barrios pretty much was a punching bag for Garcia to win his first belt. Ryan Garcia is the new WBC World Welterweight Champion now, improves to 25-2, 20 knockouts, and now he won't smoke with the great Shakur Stevenson. Adi, talk to me about Garcia. He absolutely obliterated Barrios.
Yeah, Mario Barrios, yes, domination. King Ryan rises again.
I shut that intro to fire him up.
King Ryan finally stopped he's finally stopped being a one-trick pony with the left hook, okay? And like Rose said, within the first 25 seconds, Ryan Garcia, he stuck out that left hand and surprised Mario Barrios with a right hook, which drops him in the first round of that fight. Ryan Garcia, his footwork was nice, he had lightning fast combinations, and he finally started throwing that 1-2, all right? And since the Devin Haney fight, since that is a no contest, all right? So since that's a no contest, I'm gonna say this was the best King Ryan that I've seen him look in the championship rounds. You know, usually his fights in early, or he's not in the 11th, 12th round, but he finished his fight very strong in the championship rounds. Excellent endurance. Ryan Garcia, he just ended a 2-year run of darkness, controversy, disappointment.
Well, 3, because he hasn't won since 2023. So.
Well, yeah, it was a no contest. The Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia is a no contest because of the.
He hasn't won since 2023.
That's factually true.
You know, officially in boxing.
Two runs, dog.
So he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot of disappointment, and for him to get his 4th chance to get the belt, he gets the WBC belt. Ryan Garcia, this guy, he has to keep the momentum going from being suspended, the upset loss of Rolly Romero, and for him to bounce back with this win and show more of not just the one-trick pony. I like it.
Nah, Ryan Garcia definitely looked good at 147, Byron. He looked like the weight fits him good. He looked better. He looked like he had a game plan, Byron. And Byron, you've been into the fight. You've been in the fight about Ryan Garcia. So talk to me about Ryan Garcia. And he absolutely destroyed.
Shout out to the gram. Shout out to Instagram. One of the ugliest comment sections I've ever seen. I clicked on a couple of you guys' pictures. Disappointed. Very disappointed. It's hard to look bad when you're fighting someone who doesn't fight back. I want to start by saying something good first. I thought the pay-per-view overall was highly entertaining. I thought Martin versus Nazir Albright was an amazing fight. It ended in a draw. I thought Frank Martin kind of let his foot up off the gas pedal, and that was a draw, but that was a very entertaining fight. Gary Antoine Russell, I think his nickname is the Blade. I don't want to butcher his name, but the gentleman from Japan,
Andy Hiroka.
Andy Hiroka. Whoa. You talk about in a fight that kind of just changed the trajectory for Russell. You know, he was a guy that's talking about going to 147. I don't think you're ready for 147 quite yet. Mm-hmm. That was an amazing fight, even though I don't agree with the judges. I thought that fight was way closer than they said. And then we were served with the Cat Dookie finale, which was Barrios versus Garcia. And let me tell you something. You know, I am not the czar of boxing. I don't get all my fights right. You know what I'm saying? But this was a fight that was really against two shitty opponents, two tomato cans. So if I'm gonna call Ryan Garcia the king of anything, I'm gonna call him the king of the tomato cans, because he managed to get a win against a guy who didn't fight back. And if you don't believe me, then let's go to the stats. Let's go to the fact that in his fight against Manny Pacquiao, this man threw 658 shots.
You talking about
Barrios.
Yeah.
Mario Barrios threw 658 shots against Manny Pacquiao. In this fight against Ryan Garcia, 328. A majority of the fight, he was standing in front of him with his guard up, getting peppered with shots, only returning a jab. In 7 rounds of this fight, he landed single digits. And this was the champion. What fight? Who fought? Mario Barrios put up absolutely no resistance to the Ryan Garcia train. And I call it a train because that's exactly what it is. Because this is what Oscar De La Hoya needed. This is what the WBC wanted. And here we are. And yes, I'm throwing shade. It was a shit fight. I said it was a shit fight from the beginning, and I'm not gonna let you guys celebrate like this man is an undisputed champion by getting his first win in 3 years. With that out of my system, good job, Ryan Garcia. But we still don't have those test results just yet. So hold off on talking too much shit to the Byronists, because that shit might come around and bite you in about a week or so.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Mario Barrios, he did get knocked down in the first round. That probably made him more tentative towards the later rounds. And also, to Byron's point, my man Barrios, I thought he was going to jab more. He threw over 500 jabs against Ugas where he looked good, and he threw over 400 jabs against Manny Pacquiao. Only time that he threw less jabs than he did against King Rivals against Tank Davis, and that's a fight he got knocked out in. Yeah. So and that was 5 years ago. So he threw 209 jabs against Ryan Garcia. He's 6 foot. I thought he would utilize that much more.
He did not fight. I mean, it just didn't look like he was fighting. It didn't look like he had any resistance. And listen, if you're in a championship fight and you land single digits in 7 rounds, you're not trying to fucking win. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying that he took a dive, but he took a hell of a dip.
So is this possible? Just asking. So, the first round, everybody called Ryan a one-trick pony, right? With the overhead left, right? He switched it up and he hit it with the right.
You're right.
Is it possible that Barrios' game plan, what he thought he was going to attack Garcia, he was confused and that maybe had a lot to do with it?
Nothing that Ryan Garcia did looked like it was something that an adjustment couldn't, move. I thought everything that Barrios' trainer was telling him in the corner, he was telling him to attack the body, will be stronger later in the fight. He just didn't do it. And it wasn't the positioning. I mean, it was little to no footwork, but it was just him walking this guy down. And I felt such a way about it that I had to go and look at him fight against Pacquiao, who has an awkward style in and out, even at 46 years old. But it was a volume of punches there. He threw the punches. He didn't land a lot. He only landed 120 shots in that fight. But he was throwing shots. In this fight, there was no resistance. The guy's fast, but if you sit in front of a fast guy and just let him pepper you with shots, I didn't get it. I didn't get a game plan. Even the broadcaster said multiple times during the fight, what is his game plan? He had no direction in the fight. He was just throwing out a lazy jab, getting hit, and just on survival mode from the first round to the 12th.
Maybe something going on with Barrios, because we keep bringing up the Pacquiao fight, but that Pacquiao fight, it kind of shows semblance of he didn't have a direction on how he was fighting. So I know he was the champion, but now
he fought way harder in the championship rounds of that fight than he did this fight. He was non-existent. He landed 8 shots in the 12th round.
He might have been punch drunk. I mean, he was getting lit up the whole fight.
dumpster juice.
Garcia do got a lot of power. So, but let's talk about Brian. So we obviously Barrios. If he didn't show up, he showed up. Regardless what happened, it's not Garcia's fault that he did not show up. Garcia beat the brakes off him. So now going forward. At the end of the fight, Byron, he called out. We just watched Shakur Stevenson look tremendous his last 2 fights. Yeah. He looks like the best fighter in boxing. And Ryan Garcia is trying to jump up there. Do you think that's next for him? Or is it Devin Haney, or is it somebody else?
We're about to watch or witness keep away with the 147-pound WBC championship. I mean, I don't understand why you're at 147. The guy who beat you your last fight is also a champion at 147. I don't understand why the first person you don't call out is Rolly. Like, I want my belt. Like, I want my opportunity to be good. That's why, I mean, everything about Ryan Garcia just seems WWE. You know, and the first with his, you know, manager slash, I don't know what you call it, I forgot what they call it, Roman Reigns, like, it's basically a WWE skit, and where, you know, they're going to now call out a 140-pound champion. You're saying you're at 147, you're at the most comfortable weight of your career, and now you want to fight at a catch weight against a 140-pound champion. Because, I mean, let's be for real. You're going to get smoked against Shakur Stevenson. Yep. It's only a fight that you're going to take because it's a money fight. And it just seems like this is in Oscar De La Hoya's playbook and not Ryan Garcia. I don't understand how you lose a fight to Rolly Romero. You embarrass yourself in Madison Square Garden by getting absolutely, you know, dump trucked by a fighter who is not a great fighter, who is not a big puncher. You talk about another one-trick pony. Like, he has an awkward style, but I mean, Rolly got dominated by Esau Cruz. I don't know why you don't call him out and try to get that belt right away. You know, but you want to go back because when Shakur Stevenson smokes you, because, he will smoke you, you still retain the 147-pound belt. And he's not going to do the VADA testing, so you're not going to get a fight with Devin Haney, who is adamant that he's not going to fight you unless you get in VADA. I don't know. I don't understand the call out. It really didn't make any sense. You know, I understand when Shakur was saying it. From a Shakur standpoint, it's a money fight. Yeah, you fight this guy because he probably won't touch you. He'll probably land at 20%, and you'll win an easy decision. But as far as Ryan Garcia moving forward, and you want to get all the chips in your favor, so if you do have a fight with Devin Haney, you can command a little bit more money. Why don't you go after the belt? You know, Devin Haney, if he stays at 147, he's going to want to be an undisputed champion. So go get a belt. But no, we're going back. This is the WWE. We're going for the Flash. We're going for the most lucrative fight for his managers slash handlers, and the hamster wheel goes on. But it really didn't make sense for a 147-pound champion to call out the guy, because you're not the guy at 147.
Alright, what's your thoughts on Ryan Garcia next fight? I mean, he at 147, he called out Shakur. I don't know how realistic that's gonna be, but what's next for Garcia, you think, after defeating Barrios?
Yeah, well, if he did get the rematch with Rolly, that'd be a unification fight. Rolly got the WBA, and now Garcia has the WBC. Also, Oscar De La Hoya, he did say that they'll do the testing, whatever, the PED test. He said they'll do it. So they down to for the Haney, you know what I'm saying? So I say, let's stop beating around the bush.
Let's go Haney.
Let's stop beating around the bush, okay? It is looking like I was thinking about the only fights that would make more money would be Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Now that probably would make more money. That'd be a huge fight. And Bam Rodriguez versus Naoya Inoue, the Japanese monster.
That's my wish list.
Those would be those only fights I can see that would make more money than a Haney Garcia rematch.
Oh my goodness, it'd go crazy.
Yeah.
Whoever we like, we don't like that fight. People are going to tune into that.
Yeah. So after Bill Haney and the most trustworthy guy, Victor Conti, came up with the Ryan Garcia VADA test results, Devin Haney, he said he wants to get his revenge back in blood. That's what he said after that whole Osterring PD situation. He wants his revenge back in blood. And Turkey Al Sheik, he was at the Ryan Garcia fight versus Barrios. He was very excited. You could tell he was very entertained. He probably wants to make a deal with Oscar De La Hoya to get a Ryan Garcia on his card. And Devin Haney, he makes it seem like he was only brutalized by Ryan Garcia because of the Osterring and the P.
And he missed weight too. Let's bring that up too.
Yeah. But Devin Haney did shrug it off. He could have not fought him. He fought him, but he was overweight. He did pop with the VADA test, and so I want to see him fight a clean Ryan Garcia. Now I can go ahead and believe him. Now, if somehow, some way, Bill Haney and Devin Haney, if they avoid wiggle their way out of this Ryan Garcia rematch, I'm very curious to see who they're gonna choose to fight. If you turn down Ryan Garcia, is it gonna be Keyshawn? I still think Keyshawn needs more. I think he needs a belt at 147. He needs to fight like Lewis Crocker.
He will never fight Keyshawn Davis.
You talking about
Devin Haney?
Ryan Garcia will never.
No. I'm talking about Devin Haney.
He's saying Haney. Yeah.
So I'm saying if Devin Haney chooses to not fight Garcia, who is he going to fight?
Well, I think Devin Haney is trying to get Xander at 154. Now, if he gets Xander at 154, then all bets are off at 147. But like I said on the last show, he better get Keyshawn this year if he wants to be. I don't know if. I don't know how the WBO is going to go with him, Keyshawn moving up and then, kind of being a number one contender for that belt. But you want to fight him now. You don't want Keyshawn Davis to get any type of confidence at 147 because that's a fight you can lose. That's why I don't want to see him press this Garcia fight. I know it's a money fight, but it's a fight that I think he can easily win. I think he's going to be too laser focused to lose to this guy. And while, the world saw, this Ryan Garcia reborn and he's so good. I saw so many holes in his game. I still think he doesn't want to fight anybody with power. I think Brian Norman Jr. beats him at 147. I think Keyshawn Davis beats him at 147. Now, him and Rolly, I think that's a very interesting fight. Now they have something to fight for that's a lot more lucrative. And again, that's a fight that's winnable for Ryan Garcia. I would like to see him this same focus, able to fight in the championship rounds and not get winded. But again, it makes no sense for you to fight Shakur Stevenson other than to line Oscar De La Hoya's pockets. Yeah. And that's just my opinion.
I just think that the Ryan Garcia fight versus Rolly Romero, it was so boring. There wasn't a lot of action in the fight. Yeah. And so it don't have a lot of demand for people to watch.
It's a unification. It's a unification fight at 147.
It is.
That's what it is now.
But you want Devin Haney to fight Keyshawn first. Yes. And you feel like it doesn't matter when he fights Ryan Garcia, he's going to beat him whenever.
He'll be there.
He can fight him in 2027.
He can.
You feel like so, but
he can.
But
Keyshawn, to me, Keyshawn Davis is a fighter that is coming into a Bud Crawford kind of greatness where his defense, his time with Shakur Stevenson is really rubbing off. Yeah. And the way he is he fought those championship rounds as a Devin Haney fan, it scared me. That's the scariest guy to fight. And I think what makes Devin Haney great is he's kind of that guy that I talk about. He's a steel that sharpens steel. Mm-hmm. And when he went back, he was in that mode and then he went and fought Ryan Garcia and guess what? A bunch of bullshit happened. Mm-hmm. You end up losing a year of your career. Don't make that same mistake. This is a circus fight. And as lucrative as it is, the fans want it, it's not going to make you a better champion. Beating Keyshawn Davis, that puts you up there. I mean, Shakur is number 3 pound for pound now. Yeah. And you're going to have to match him beating Tia Female the way that he did. And the only fight that you have at 147 that can replicate that is beating Keyshawn Davis. Because Keyshawn Davis is one of the hottest fighters in boxing right now. Yeah. Right behind Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. And I think he's big. I think it's a competitive fight. And again, we have the casual side of boxing and we have the actual fans of boxing. And I think what's better for the sport is Haney versus my man KD.
Right. But the thing is, I feel like Devin Haney needs to go after Ryan Garcia right now because he needs to go ahead and fight Ryan Garcia, get his lick back. I feel like he'll be the favorite in the fight, and I feel like he'll be more focused in the fight. I feel like Devin Haney will fight much better than he did in the first fight, guaranteed. But I think he needs to get Ryan Garcia now. You know why? Before Ryan Garcia fucks up.
And lose the belt.
You know what I'm saying?
Which he will. Because the thing is, it's a lot of hands. And we said that before the fight because we said whoever wins this belt, it's gonna be how long they're gonna keep it. Yep. Because you got Conor Benn on your ass, and Conor Benn got turkey money behind him now. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be a lucrative fight.
You get what you said, Brian Norman Jr.
You got Brian Norman Jr. He's a boogeyman. Ryan Garcia is not. Now, if Ryan Garcia want to get some respect from me, go after Brian Norman Jr. And now you do something big with Brian Norman Jr. Okay, go ahead and get Devin. But right now, if I'm looking at Devin Haney, as far as his career. Like, bro, this happened before. You can't keep reaching back and fighting tomato cans because you'll get tomato canitis and it'll fuck your career up. So I mean, this guy showed you before, like, he can miss weight, he could be on bullshit, and you could lose a year of your career. You came back off the longest layoff of your career. You've won 2 great fights. You're a champion at 147. You're challenging guys at 154. Beat the hottest man out right now. Let KD come up, catch him at 147 before he get acclimated, and even then he still might lose that fight.
Yeah.
He still might lose that fight, but you'll have your best chance because Keyshawn Davis is coming to 147. He's coming.
He got to.
Now, what if Keyshawn Davis comes up and beat Brian Norman Jr.?
Yeah.
But this could be Devin Haney's last chance to get his revenge. You know what I'm saying? He may want, because if Devin Haney retired without fighting Ryan Garcia again, guess what? Ryan Garcia fans always gonna say.
It's a fight that you. But here's the thing. It's a fight that you'll always have. Now, the only way I'll like your point and I'll agree with it is if you're trying to be undisputed at 147. Now, if you're trying to be undisputed at 147, go get Ryan now. He got a belt. It's easy. Go get his belt. Now you're the recognized champion. Now you got to wait for somebody to beat the shit out of Rolly, and now you're undisputed. But what if you get a fight with Xander Zayas and you're Devin Haney? Now that's a good fight and that's a winnable fight. Now if Devin Haney becomes champion at 154, now what? That fight is gone.
Yeah.
Because why would you go back? Why would you be a champion at 154 and go back to 147? I'm just going by what's going on right now. Bill Haney is really trying to get that fight at 154 because I think they're chasing Crocs.
Well, I do want to say this about the Shakur Stevenson situation, right? So he calls out Shakur Stevenson, but I feel like Shakur and the rest of us need to focus on what's going on with the 140-pound division, his competitors.
It's very competitive.
Because what the hell happened to Richardson Hitchens?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Richardson Hitchens versus Oscar Duarte. I was really looking forward to that fight, and I was just looking forward for Richardson Hitchens to look like he did against Kambosos, get on the mic and call somebody out after the fight. I was really excited for that, but then all of a sudden, he's not fighting
Oscar De La Hoya said he's going to investigate that sickness because, I mean, the thing with Richardson, his stock is plummeting. It's plummeting so fast. This guy all he's done is talk shit for almost a year. No fights, no defenses. He's calling out Devin Haney. Devin Haney's not interested. Keyshawn Davis won't smoke with him though. And so it's like, what are you doing? But if he doesn't make this fight, maybe we see Hitchens versus Shakur, like I called. That's a fight that can happen at 140. But you're absolutely right. The sickness, it was weird. It was very weird.
It was weird. One thing Ryan Garcia got going for him, though, and you know whether we like you called it WWE, but he's got a fan base and people want to watch Ryan Garcia for whatever reason.
He got a bunch of dumb fans that like to watch him. Look at the colors. I'm a Ryan Garcia fan.
Whatever it is,
stupid.
His fight is gonna be lucrative. Now, if you're looking for some money, Devin Haney, this would be probably one of his biggest payout, if not his biggest payout, if he does fight Ryan Garcia. You know, anybody that's stepping at Ryan Garcia, you're gonna give you what you're gonna give. It's gonna happen.
That is the reason why I am rooting for Dana. I'm rooting for Zuffa Boxing because I'm sick of that mentality. I'm sick of this Jake Paul sickness that is hanging over boxing, where because I do stupid things on the internet and a bunch of stupid people follow me on the internet, I jump the line over relevant champions, relevant competition.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. It's BS. This dude has his first win in 3 years, and that's celebrating like he's the undisputed #1 pound for pound in the world. The dumbest fan base in boxing. I'm at y'all head.
He's loved.
He's loved, and whatever, you know, regardless who he fight, people are gonna tune in. So, you know, but Garcia, great win. I'm not gonna take anything from a great win. Dominated the fight. He did what exactly he was supposed to do to Mario. But let's talk about Mario for a second. My goodness, what the hell was going? I mean, like for me, I saw the effects of when he couldn't do nothing with the 46-year-old legend Manny Pacquiao. So that's why I knew like this fight was gonna be tough for him against Ryan Garcia. Adi, what is next for Mario? Is he really? Is it a fight for him? Do he need to stop fighting? Because it don't look good for him at all right now.
Well, he's still young, still like 30, 31 years old. He has had trouble with shorter fighters. Abel Ramos, 5'9". Even Keith Thurman's about 5'9", 5'8". Manny Pacquiao's like 5'6".
Yeah.
Tank Davis is 5'5", knocked him out. So, but the problem with him is his footwork. He needs to work on. He's a statue out there. All right, he needs to work on the footwork. He's in that high guard, being an easy target. I still feel like Ryan Garcia surprising him with the right hand, not relying on the left hook all the time, throwing the right hand, threw him off, and he didn't want to feel that power again. So
and I don't agree with that because he didn't even throw the jab. He never gave the jab a chance.
He didn't.
I don't agree with the right threw you off to where you didn't throw your jab.
Yeah, he should have.
You get knocked down right away. It changes. It might change you a little bit how you approach the fight.
Everybody got a plan so they get hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
And so now his trainer Joe Goosen, he did say that the 6 foot Mario Barrios, like we say, he's a big, tall welterweight. He said he had a lot of trouble making weight. A lot of trouble. He was like feeling weight drain and all that. He just got into his 30s. So he was saying he's going to move up with Boots Ennis and Fandora, Virgil Ortiz, Sanders Zayas up to 154.
No way.
So he was saying, but he's going to have to really work on his. He got the reach. He's got to get the footwork together. But he was talking about going up to 154.
Maybe that is his best move. Brian, what do you want to see from Mario Barrios? What's next for him?
I don't want to see him at 154. Mm-hmm. I think, all of that Mexican spirit and, at least I get up. Somebody gonna put your ass down and you ain't gonna get up at 154.
Yeah.
Like it was a pathetic showing. And, there was rumor that he was sick. I hope he was. Because that was a very, very bad performance. Especially coming off of the performance from Pacquiao, which was already bad.
Yeah.
It was a very disappointing performance, and I saw a lot of posts with his fans who just accused him of not trying, and that's what I'm gonna say. If I looked him right in his eye right now, I would say you did not try the 10th and 11th and the 12th round. You didn't try to win that fight, and so how can I root for you? How can I root for you when you give up? And this is a guy that talks shit about Ryan Garcia for giving up after getting hit with the shot from Tank Davis and getting hit with shots and not getting up, but you quit in that fight. You didn't give any resistance. And so moving up to one of the hottest divisions and, maybe you'll be a name, maybe you'll be a speed bump, a Tim Tszyu to run over, or Earl Spence to run over, maybe, because he does have a great resume, but to have that great resume but put performances like that, it was sad. It was sad. Not a fan of the kid, and I wish him the best, but I don't think 154 is it. I don't think that's it.
Well, he got some names on his resume, like you mentioned, Keith Thurman, Tank Davis, so Manny Pacquiao, he was older, but...
And I thought he fought way better in that Keith Thurman fight. I thought he was very competitive, which is the reason why I picked him, because I'm like, okay, this is a big fight. This is a career-altering fight. And yeah, goose eggs, man.
But I think you hit the nail on the head. If he goes to 154, he'd be a good name for someone like Madrimov, or someone that's trying to come back like Earl Spence or Tim Tszyu. Something, a good name that's battle tested. Barrios is battle tested. He had a really bad night, but he'd be a good name for somebody at 154.
Facts. So yeah, Barrios, he dropped to 29-3 with 2 draws, 18 knockouts. Really got destroyed, got dominated in that fight. So we'll see what happens with him next. You've been watching Spectator Sporting. I'm Zach Roach, along with my partner, Mr. Adi Wally. Shout out to Brian. Make sure y'all go on the YouTube page, subscribe to Spectator Sporting, like, comment. Also, live shows are coming, so stay tuned. We are going to come with those live shows. And also, if you're riding your car, turn on that Spotify and TikTok. Appreciate all the love on there. In the meantime, in between time, we out. Peace.